Welcome to Series 1 of Trust Me, pitting a good story against a good lie for the sake of a laugh and bragging rights. Let's meet the panel. From Vancouver, Taiwan, and stages all around the world, he's more than just the son of Smiley to us. It's comedian Ed Hill. Stand-up comedian, aspiring child star, and person who pronounces it schedule and Tuesday, Dena Jackson. Tickle trunk-obsessed madwoman with plans for revenge, Alexandrea Bjola Desilets, and crazy cat lady with the voice to match, Tara Lightnin. I'm your host, Geoff Johnson. In this series, we'll find out if our panelists knit erotic art, have a good phone sex voice, pretend to be Japanese to further their careers, or hired a total stranger to strip at a bachelorette party. And we'll settle age-old questions like dinosaurs versus dragons, and try to figure out what the fuck these are. Like and subscribe so you don't miss a segment.
I had a run-in with the law while posing as a bear.
Hello and welcome to this round of Trust Me, where our panel will decide if they trust Tara and her tale of Whistler's autograph.
As a child, I cherished an odd autograph.
Who was the autograph from?
Roy, the whistling, whatever his last name was. He was a professional whistler.
Well, then I believe you.
Where did you meet this professional whistler?
He was the opener for Phyllis Diller.
I love that he's the opener.
He was the opener.
He wasn't even the
Phyllis
main
Diller
act.
opened for him. No, he was the opener. It was like a dinner theater kind of thing, as things were in Medicine Hat. Dena, you would know. Everything was a dinner theater. Any sort of performance thing was a dinner theater, and he sat at our table. He was.
What did he sign? Did he sign? What's the object
He signed a napkin.
Not the boob?
Yeah.
Inside the boob?
He signed a napkin, and I had it pinned to my wall.
I'm just picturing this man like sitting there eating his chicken with you guys after he does his show. Like that's the horrifying part of this. Is he had to whistle. What if he bombed at whistling and then he had to sit next to you and eat after? Like that's just good thing he was a hit with you. Good thing you got the autograph.
When his whistles were poured, did he go wah 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 with his whistles?
I don't recall. Maybe.
What do you look like?
He was an older man, maybe in his 60s.
So you have an autograph that you absolutely cherish from an older man in the 60s.
I was an odd kid. What can I say?
Were you touched as a child?
Sounds like grooming.
It's okay.
It wasn't a grooming scenario. It was just a dinner theater. I met a whistler.
I feel like you're bragging to us a bit about the dinner theater, you know? Like just mention the dinner theater a couple of times, Tara. We get it. This was
It was like, the prime rib dinner in a Medicine Hat was pretty good.
So what do we think, everybody? Does Tara cherish the autograph of a professional whistler, or did she as a child? Anyway, that's a no from Ed?
Ed's
Lie. Just too many things don't make any sense. Nothing matched up.
Well, so I guess you don't know Tara pretty well, because
She's
things don't
high
make
all
sense
the
in that
time.
up. Yeah. Okay. All right. Dena, what's your thoughts? Yes or no? Do you trust Tara?
I was a yes, but now I think I'm a no, because if you don't know his last name, like what does the signature say? Is it just Roy?
Whistler Roy.
Like, just Roy, the whistling man, dinner theater, like why is there no last name?
We should Google him after and see if he was like on Letterman or something.
He was probably on Carson or something.
All right, Alex, what do you think?
I think that Tara has no life and that she would actually be interested in learning how to whistle if you have an autograph hanging on your wall of a whistler.
Oh.
The fact that she cannot whistle makes me go, no.
That is some fantastic deductive reasoning. That's some detective shit right there. All right, Tara, do you in fact, or as a child, did you in fact
Yes.
cherish an odd autograph? Yeah?
Yes, I did.
Well, you need more
It's
life
absolutely-
skills. You need better things in your life.
Is it from a whistler? No, I gotta know more.
No, he was a professional whistler. He was a really, really nice man. And he opened for Phyllis Diller, who did a show at the Medicine Hat Lodge. And of course, as I've mentioned a few times, it was a dinner theater production.
Did you get to go backstage at the Legion or wherever this was?
There was a... I want to say we met her afterwards, but again, I don't remember for some reason. But it was funny. I mean, she was funny. She's Phyllis Diller, right?
Yeah.
Phyllis Diller. You
You don't
guys
even
should
know her
appreciate
name. I
Phyllis
still think it's a
Diller.
lie.
You guys should appreciate Phyllis Diller.
Did anybody else have a weird autograph as a kid, or encounter a celebrity you thought was the king of the world?
When I was a kid, I was in Medicine Hat at this dinner theater, and I got an autograph from.
Sorry, not all of us were raised in like the cool parts of the country. Some of us grew up in Medicine Hat, Alberta.
How about you, Alex? Did you have like a celebrity crush as a kid? The guy with the tigers at the mall or something?
She probably dated the guy with the tigers at the mall.
I did date that guy. I once went to a Big Sugar concert and I wanted to get an autograph from the guy with the creepy gloves and Big Sugar, but he decided to try to autograph my boob instead, and I was down. But then I was showered.
And then it was gone. You didn't tattoo it on afterwards?
Nah.
All right.
I would like to say that I know how to whistle and hum at the same time.
Oh, do it.
Oh.
That's how you make UFO sounds.
Yes.
It's like science fiction. That's it. I'm going on Fiverr. I will make UFO sounds for you for $5.
It's something I pull out sometimes at parties.
The only thing.
Something. One of the many things she pulls out at parties.
Is there a dinner theater party?
Only in medicine.
You wish. You wish.
Since none of the panel believed Tara's true story of the Whistler's autograph, she keeps them all off the scoreboard. We'll see if they break the deadlock with Ed's tale of reptile betrayal in the next round. Be sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss a moment of Trust Me. Hello and welcome back to Trust Me. We're scoreless after the first round. Now Dena, Tara, and Alex have to decide if they trust the story of Ed's eggs.
All right, my dad once boiled and ate the would-be offspring of a pet of mine.
What? Oh, sorry. Say that again?
Yeah, I need that again.
Yes.
My dad once boiled and ate the would-be offspring of a pet of mine.
Oh, pet of mine.
I thought you said pedophile. And I
Me too. Me too. And I'm like, good for him.
Well, I don't think the offspring of a pedophile should be cooked and eaten, but a pedophile, sure. I mean, it's not the kid's fault either way, right?
That's ironic to kill a kid of a pedophile.
Okay. It sounds horrific. And immediately I thought of like a furry little beastie that you had in a cage or something. However, the more I think about it, I'm assuming you had chickens.
Oh, wasn't a chicken.
It wasn't a chicken?
Not chicken.
Did you have budgie? Did your dad make a budgie burger with an egg on it?
Little budgie omelet.
No.
Budgie
not a bird.
sushi.
It wasn't a bird.
Oh. Okay. Dena, question.
Well, what was it then? If it wasn't a bird,
It was a turtle.
Turtle.
A pet turtle that laid eggs. She had only one eye, so it's like one-eyed turtle.
Oh.
Yeah.
That wasn't a genetic thing though, was it? The offspring only would have had one eye, so your dad was like, "No, it's no good. Boil it."
or did your dad have a turtle eye appetizer to go with turtle egg dinner?
I don't think he actually ate the whole thing. He just tried a little bit and threw it out. So there wasn't even, we didn't even honor the death of the...
So he murdered your pet offspring and didn't even enjoy it. when
Well,
you eat it.
technically, it's not fertilized, so I don't think they're actually going to turn to turtles, right? You need a male turtle to bone the egg.
Okay.
What was your one-eyed lady turtle's name?
We name it Turtle. We didn't name anything. Yeah. My parents named their dog Doggy, so this is how we name animals.
What would you have
in the
named
house.
the offspring? What would you have named that guy?
Turtle 2.
Prime rib dinner theater.
Inner theater.
So did the mom have one eye her whole life?
When we got her, she just had one eye. We just found a turtle at a park one day and we brought it home. I'm sure we weren't supposed to bring home a turtle and keep it at the house to breed salmonella and eat it.
Then to eat it.
Did you perhaps just take somebody's turtle?
It was a public park, so I'm assuming
So
it
it-
was
so it was a
somebody's
public turtle.
once upon a time.
It was a public park, but maybe the turtle belonged to a kid that was just down the way. It was like, hey, family, what are you doing? Taking my turtle.
Did you see if there was a hare nearby and they were having a race? Did you check that out?
Did have a rabbit, and we were trying to get them to race, and then the rabbit ate rat poison and died the day of the race. So
The day of
It
the
was-
race.
That
sounds
Sounds like a
fixed.
setup.
That sounds fixed. There was betting going on, and somebody was like, to hell with this. The rabbit's got too much of an edge. I've seen this one-eyed turtle. She always just turns to the right. I don't trust her. She's not going to win. Take down the rabbit.
Well, it's also not fair because the turtle should have been competing in the Paralympic turtle and hare race, and
Yeah.
the hare sounds like you should have been in the regular.
That's true.
Turtle and hare race.
Did the turtle have like a little handicap sticker on it and be like, I'm trying?
I'm trying.
How did your dad prepare the turtle egg? Did he put some spices on it?
hot water, some salt, and boiled it. So that's
Yeah.
it. Yeah, there's 3 eggs in total.
Your dad's a
Yeah.
monster.
And he ate half of one and threw out the
Did
rest.
you try?
Yeah, did you try it?
I was too busy talking to my psychiatrist at the time. No.
Did anybody
gross.
else in your
It's
family
disgusting.
try it?
No.
No.
We just watching the horror. Yeah.
So what do we think? Did Ed Hill's dad boil and eat his one-eyed pet turtle's babies, eggs? Tara, what do you think?
I'm gonna say yeah. Why not?
Alex,
Why not?
what's your thoughts on the subject?
Well, listening to Ed, and I've decided that definitely his dad has eaten one of his pets, if not more. But maybe not a turtle egg.
What happened to the discussion of not going racist?
Right? I was gonna say. I thought we weren't going down that road.
At least she said listening to Ed and not just looking at Ed. Right?
True.
So, how about you, Dena? What's your thoughts on Ed's dad eating his one-eyed turtle's eggs?
I think I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say he didn't eat it, and because you're very quick on the take. You're quick on your the turtle the hare thing. It was a very, very fast reply. So I'm gonna say no. I think it's not true.
Because that's usually what comedians are known for, is their slow, witty banter.
We're talking about a guy who tried to do crowd work and didn't realize that the woman he was talking to was the wife of a friend of his. I mean, he could blow this, right?
I get an image of Ed's dad like doing the Rocky scenario with the turtle eggs, just like drinking that and running up the stairs. But I think it's a visual. I don't actually I feel like it's a no for me.
You made that up, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, what's the story, Ed? Did you, in fact, have your turtle's eggs eaten by your dad?
The answer is true. I have a little Yoshi idea. Just that. Yeah, we had a one-eyed turtle. We kept on the patio. We found it at the public park. And then when we immigrated, we took the turtle and I threw it back into the park. And then just to realize a few years later that there's 2 types of turtle. Like there's the aquatic that can swim and the terrestrial that cannot. And she was a terrestrial turtle.
Did
So
you drown your turtle?
I murdered my childhood pet.
Oh my god.
That is
I took it dry and I returned it wet. That's what happened.
All right, anybody else have a good traumatic pet story, or should we move on?
I got a bunch, but we don't have time.
So that was true. We found out that the turtle egg eating was true.
Are we keeping points here? Because I won that round.
You killed it.
There's a winning game here?
Just saying.
Yeah. The winner
I don't know what we get for it.
gets not thrown in the lake by Ed.
Or eaten by his father.
Yes.
Yes, Tara, we are keeping score. And by guessing the truth behind Ed's egg, you take an early lead. But that could all change the next round when we find out if Dena is a sign language sneak. Please like and subscribe so you don't miss a single segment of Trust Me. Hello and welcome to another round of Trust Me. So far this series, Tara has a narrow 1-point lead, but that could be about to change when the panel decides if Dena is a sign language sneak.
I once pretended to be the sign language interpreter to get into a sold-out event, and the security guard made me do some sign language to prove it.
What did you sign?
Nothing.
I said that my boyfriend, there was an emergency, and that I had to leave because of my boyfriend's emergency.
What type of event did you want to get into? Please don't say dinner theater.
Well, actually, have you ever seen Feist? Do you guys know Feist?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
She came through Kingston, and I was going to school there, and so it was at a small bar, and she was on her way up, and got to see her. Now she's a huge star, but at the time, not so big.
An Apple commercial and you're giving her, eh? It's too bad 7-Eleven commercials don't have the same clout, eh?
Yeah.
Could you show us what you signed, like with your hands?
Okay.
Yes, I agree.
I'm convinced.
I would.
So what does that mean?
It means that we need to come in, because this was like my boyfriend's inside and it's an emergency. I have to get in touch with him.
Here's the deal. I feel that you don't need to sign to the bouncer that you need to go be someone's sign.
But he didn't believe her when she said that she needed to get into the sold out event. That's the whole story, right?
It'd be like the same thing as speaking regular on any other language. It's not signing. Like if I was like, oh, I speak Italian. If I was like boo-ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo or whatever to the guy, if it's loud enough in there and he doesn't care that much, then he could assume. Instead of I was like, no, io bisogno fare lì, you know? Like if I said something like that, they'd be like, oh, maybe
I just have to say your Italian is way better than your signing.
Spaghetti, rigatoni.
Are we deciding whether it's true that she did that or that it's true that she actually knows sign language?
She once pretended to be a sign language interpreter to
Yes.
get into the sold out event. The security guard made me do sign language to prove it.
I fully believe she doesn't know sign language. But I also believe that she actually did that in order to get into a place.
All right, well, what do we think? Did Dena, in fact, have to pretend to know sign language to try to get into a sold-out event?
Yes.
Yeah, Tara goes yes. Why do you think? Why is that?
I think she would just pull it off. In that moment, she'd be like, yeah, I totally know sign language. Here's a thing. I find a lot of similarities between Dena and Alex, and I think in the moment they would just make up a load of bullshit in order to get
That's exactly what I was going to say.
So yes, I agree.
All right, Alex. So Alex, you're into it, and you're like, yeah, that's what I would do.
Well, I once pretended to get into a bar, and I said I worked on a TV show, which is true, but I said I was looking for a new bar to film at, and I was a location scout. So
Sneaky
I
bitch.
fully get the whole I need to get in this place, and I'll make up whatever.
And this
shit.
is how I'm gonna do.
And Dena seems pretty fucking cool. So, yeah.
Yeah, and like the way you wear those glasses, I would never even know that you had astigmatism.
All right, Ed, what do you think? Did Dena fake knowing sign language to get into an event?
This is a good time to bring up I actually have astigmatism.
Oh, no.
My vote, I'm gonna vote lie. That's what I'm gonna vote. I think she did go to the event, but I don't think she used sign language to get in. I think it's something else.
Something else. Ooh,
Yeah.
risque.
Like your titties.
Showed him my boobs.
2 yeses, 2 trues, and a false. Dena, did you in fact use sign language to sneak or otherwise get into an event that was sold out?
No, you're all wrong. There was no event.
There was none of this ever happened.
Hey, I still got it. It's still a lie.
Dena, you're good at sign language. What does this mean?
I don't know. I faked it.
Dena faked it, and only Ed figured it out, tying in with Tara for first place with 1 point each. But that could all change in the next round when the panel decides if they believe Alex's story of her costumed escapades. Be sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss a single segment of Trust Me. Hello and welcome to the 4th round of this series of Trust Me. Ed and Tara are tied for first with a point each, but we'll see what happens when we see who trusts Alex in her story of bear monkey madness.
I had a run-in with the law while posing as a bear.
Were you wearing a bear costume? Is that what? Were you dressed as a bear?
Close. I was dressed actually as a monkey. Yeah, but that's all I had. So I was dressed as a monkey, posing as a bear, and got in trouble with the law.
Where did this happen?
Yeah, in Canada. Yep.
Why did the cops show up? Why do they show up?
Well, so what had happened was I was a monkey bear, and I was at a campsite, and the campers, I was trying to pretend to be a bear, and the campers that were not in my group of people heard the commotion, and they're like, "Oh, bear, ma!" And they called not the cops, but the park ranger.
Why were you posing as a bear in a monkey suit?
So well,
So many questions.
oh, so I was dressed as the monkey bear, and we were like taking some kids camping, and we thought it'd be really funny to like build them up because they'd never been camping before. We're like, yeah, there's a bear in the area. It's kind of like Santa Claus. I Santa Claus the fuck out of this. So when all the kids had gone to bed, I decided to put on my monkey suit and dance on the picnic table and pretend to be a bear and make roaring sounds.
Why in God's name did you have a monkey suit if you were camping with a bunch of kids?
I mean, I can picture you bringing a monkey suit just to have at any ready moment. Like I could
Exactly.
picture that. Yeah.
Exactly.
Any sort of weekend trip. It's either a chicken or a monkey.
So what happened? What happened when the authorities?
Oh yeah, that actually was pretty funny. He was like, "You're disturbing the peace. I think you're disturbing the peace," and that's what he wanted to give me a ticket on. And he's like, "It's lucky that we didn't have guns, because we would shoot a
monkey bear.
We would shoot a monkey bear on
This is
site.
ridiculous. Don't believe anything I say."
It's in the rule books of the park ranger.
Shoot the monkey bear!
If you see monkey bear or anything closely related to it, you must shoot on sight.
All right, Ed, do you have any questions about this thing?
I am so confused.
I know you do.
How about you, Dena?
At first, she's like, "Oh yeah, I did that," and then she's like, "I don't believe anything I say." So I was like, "I honestly."
First it was a bear, then it turned to a monkey posing as a bear. I don't know.
Who were the kids? Why were you with the kids? Did you cover that? I don't think.
Oh no, sorry, yeah, no. I'm a child and youth counselor, so I take like
Clearly.
Okay. What's
Because
with
that's
the
what you do when you're a child and youth counselor, is you try and terrorize the people you're counseling.
The next year I took like an arm from the dollar store that you get at Halloween, and I put that in the river. Just to
Can
see
we
it
process why everyone laughed after she said child youth counselor?
All right, what do you think, Tara? Did Alex ever run in with the law while dressed as a monkey, dressed as a...
I'm gonna have to say true because what the heck?
All right, Ed, what's your thoughts?
The whole thing is so psychotic. I'm just gonna vote true. I can't. It's got to be real if it's this strange. You know what I mean?
You can't make this shit up.
Yeah.
All right, Dena, what's your thoughts on it?
I think it's true, and I think she did put the fake arm in the river as well.
Good. I give you that.
Bonus points.
I did.
All right, Alex, what's the story? Did you in fact ever run
I
in?
definitely fucking dressed as a monkey, dressed as a bear, and I made one of the kids piss their pants, and I felt so bad after because they were so scared that I actually promised to take them all to McDonald's breakfast next morning, but I did it in my monkey suit. But while acting in my monkey suit as a bear, I actually crawled through some dog poop. So, joke's on them.
Fair enough. Actually, it looks like the joke's on Alex, because the rest of the panel believed her true story of bear monkey madness. As promised, we also gave Dena a bonus half point for getting the severed arm thing right. So at the halfway point of the series, Alex has a lot of catching up to do. When we return, Tara will tell a tale of her erotic internet activities. Be sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss a single segment of Trust Me. Hello and welcome back to Trust Me. We're entering the second half of this series, and currently, Tara and Ed are tied for the lead with 2 points each. Let's see if Dena and Alex can catch up while Tara tells the tale of her erotic online activities.
I'm a member of an online community of people who knit erotic art.
Erotic art? What? Like,
Erotic art.
you knit it.
Like, well, it's not exclusively knitting. There are crocheters as well.
It's just an online community. You know these people? Have you met these people before that you share the erotic images with?
Make it sound like it's just me and I'm putting out honest. Have I met them? We have not met in person.
Is this what you would make?
Is that a penis tube?
Is that a tube? That isn't. I mean, I don't know how to get that detailed about it, but that's pretty cool.
Is this something you would do?
What is that? Is there actually?
Are we allowed to show that on TV?
There. That's pretty amazing. The ladies in my group aren't quite that detailed with stuff. Some of it is sort of like a cross-stitch thing where they've done sort of scenes from movies, you know, like something from like 50 Shades of Grey or something like that.
Explain the difference between a knit and a purl.
A knit and a purl.
Did you knit this lie up right now?
Did I knit this lie?
Is this a pearl or a
What is
stitch?
that?
Like Kermit the
Is that
Frog.
Is that a frog
Frog?
G-string? That's amazing. That's amazing. The ladies on the group that, or well, I shouldn't say ladies, there's men too. There's a lot of like just crocheted penises or like penis-shaped like pot handle covers.
So you have a hot penis handle knitted for your frying pan?
Yeah. So it's like a handle cover, but it looks like a cock.
Is there one person in the group who just sticks to genitalia? Like, are they just on penises and stuff like that? Or, like, do you guys mix it up? Or is it like, no, Dottie's got genitals, she'll handle that? Is that...
Like, just talk to Barbara, she deals with balls.
Yeah.
Just talk to Katie, she deals with cocks.
Yeah, that's what I
Collaboration, yeah.
If you want more of a Demi Moore movie, then you can speak to Leanne. Leanne handled a lot of those types of films from the early 90s, right? Like, I don't know what these...
How pukey is art in general? Is it like modern shaved bush, or is it full on like 70s?
It varies. It varies. There's a lot. I mean, a lot of the ladies. I say ladies in particular because it was a lot of ladies that were doing like blankets and stuff like that for grandkids and whatever, and then just came up with something
For
right.
grandkids.
So on some. Well, yeah, because some then would do like a quilt or something for a friend. So it would have like one of the panels would be like a penis or vagina or something that then, like you were saying, the extra bush, then they'd put like the extra little like lots of the, little brown yarn sticking up around it, and the bushier they thought the person was, the bushier they would make the panel. So, and sometimes it's really big balls and sometimes it's not. And
that's for kids.
No.
Yeah.
Dena's about to call social services.
That had this is what I assume your baby's balls are gonna look like in the future from what I've seen from his father. No.
Alex, is Tara a member of an online community of people who knit erotic art?
I am going to cast off on this false.
Look at her using knitting terminology.
Because I'm a knitter, bitch.
Yeah.
Are you going to make me a nut sack for Christmas? Like a nut sack change purse. That's what I would like.
Change purse. That's what you want, is a change purse?
A nut sack. No, I want to open up my nut sack, change purse, and pull out my booty.
I can do that for you.
Yeah, I'm in. I believe her.
I mean, I think a lot of people have failed at their DIY projects during the quarantine, but I think it's a hard no. I don't picture you stitching the genitalia. I don't see you communicating with people online about this who you've never met.
You don't even like to talk to me, and I'm your friend.
It sounds like classic misdirection, Dena. I think you're also part of this group, and you're like, no, that would be so weird.
I say all this, and then I go and log on, and I just knit penises for weeks.
Yeah, just being a ball sack.
But you're saying no, Dena?
It's a no, yeah, for me.
All right, what do you think, Ed? Is Tara a member of a community of people who knit erotic art online?
I'm gonna give 2 penis socks for yes. True.
These are amazing.
Why do you think that, Ed?
Awesome.
Just
I don't know.
Awesome.
It'd be really cool.
It would be cool.
I kind of wish. I wish it was true, so I can ask you to knit something.
You're willing it into the world because you want it to be true.
I want the frog pearl stitch.
The frog. It was a chick's G-string. Why do you need the frog? You need something. You need the whole frog to encase the balls. Or it'd be more like a toad with the big thing that it would hold it.
All right, Tara, what's the truth? Are you a member of an online community of people who knit erotic art?
I am absolutely not a member of an online knitting society that deals with that. Although now that I've seen all of the things that Ed brought up, I just might get into it. Because that seems pretty cool. There's a lot of shit out there.
I would like the nut sack change.
Right?
purse.
You're on my list.
I like that Alex was more upset about your lack of knitting ability and not the fact that you're part of this forum, just knitting penises and vaginas all day,
The fact that I didn't invite her into the forum is what she was pissed off about. How dare you be part of this knitting group that knits genitalia on a regular basis, and you didn't invite me. That's what she was mad about. But I'm on it now. This is going to be a true story next time. Just wait. Everybody's getting dick toots. Dick toots.
Dick toots?
Everybody's getting dick toots now. Everybody's getting penis hats.
We've been married for a long time. It's been a long time since I got a dick. So Tara basically bribed Alex and Ed into believing her, but some sexy stitching wasn't enough to lure Dena off of the truth. So she leapfrogs into first place, and Alex should probably stick to knitting. In our next segment, we'll find out if Ed faked being a different kind of Asian in order to get a gig. Make sure you like and subscribe so you don't miss a single segment of Trust Me. Hello and welcome to the 6th round of this series of Trust Me. With the scores tight, there's everything to play for as the panel decides if they trust Ed's story of being Japanesque.
Alright, so I showed up at audition once, not realizing the part was in a language I didn't know, so I faked it.
Ooh. Where was this?
This was in Vancouver. I was an audition for an extra.
What's the language?
It was some independent film that the Vancouver Film School was doing. I just need something in my resume.
What was the language?
Oh, the language was Japanese.
Oh, so they were just we need a vaguely Japanesey looking guy.
Just figured.
And you were like, eh.
Oh, I thought, you know what? The casting director was white, so I'm I'm gonna play it to my strength.
So you're not Japanese?
No, I speak Mandarin. That's what I speak. I'm from Taiwan. My grandma speaks Japanese.
The small fortune worth of manga behind you kind of made me think that you might have been Japanese, but
Yeah, see? To my strength.
Okay, so you said you were an extra?
Going for an extra. I didn't get it.
You were auditioning to be an extra.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't have had a speaking line then?
I had like 2 lines. They call it extra. I'm not the production. I have no clue what's going on. I'm not an actor either.
Yeah, sorry. I'm just making sure that I understand the whole story again. Sorry, can you just...
He's not Japanese.
He's not Japanese. This is the key point in this. He is not
I'm
Japanese.
not Japanese.
Okay. But so you went in for an audition as an extra. You had 2 lines. And what's the other piece to this? Because I think I'm missing that.
They said they need somebody who's Asian. You know, mid-20s, stuff like that. I'm like, okay, I can go for mid-20s.
That's a
They
lot.
had no problem with that. And they're like, well, we also need people if we're going to be able to speak Japanese. And I was like, yeah, I can speak Japanese. So I was like, okay. So I just fake the lines.
But I know us white people have a tough time figuring it out, but Ed's a different kind of Asian. So he does not speak Japanese.
What?
Yeah. Just like I don't speak German, Ed doesn't speak Japanese. So you had to fake it for the part. What were your lines?
Well, they didn't give me the line. They just told me to say something in Japanese.
So what did you say?
What?
So I took Japanese in university for 2 years, and I can only remember 1 line. This is what I said. I said, "Boku wa UBC de benkyou shimashita ga," means I went to UBC and studied there, and that's all I said. Apparently, my accent was way off. One of the directors who's white was actually born in Japan, so he was there on the military base. So he was like, "You don't speak Japanese, do you?"
Well, what do we think?
man.
What do we think, guys? Did Ed audition for a part realizing it was in a language you didn't know and fake it? Tara?
Oh, I'm going to say no, because I think he has more respect for other Asians in the industry to just show up and be like, yeah, man, yeah, for sure. Asian, Japanese, absolutely, I can do it. And then pull out 1 sad line that he remembered from high school Japanese to be like, this is going to get me in. No, I'm going to say no.
Alex, what do you think?
Well, the fact that I thought that Ed was Hawaiian is really fucking me up right now.
She's got astigmatism.
I have astigmatism.
They all look the same to you, right?
She doesn't see color.
I don't see color because I see love. I thought that Ed's story was beautifully fabricated, and that's all I have to say. Doi tashimashite, Ed.
Oh! Ed son. Dena, what do you think? Did Ed show up for an audition not realizing the part was in a language he didn't know and fake it?
I think it's a no. That just blows my mind that they would do that, because like Japan's an entirely different country. I don't know, but I mean, I guess I can't say anything because of the sign language gig. I'm trying to get you guys.
Yeah.
I can't really say anything. So, but yeah, I think it's a no as well.
All right, Ed, what's the truth? Did you, in fact, show up for an audition not realizing the part was in a language you don't know and fake it?
The answer is 1 random Japanese guy for a lie. Never happened. The whole thing was fabricated.
I like that you've taken half of the production and editing role away from me by just putting up funny shit. That's great. So Ed knew 1 Japanese phrase. Does anybody else know 1 phrase in a foreign language that's kind of funny?
Ach, Lieben, this is not dein Booby.
This isn't a booby?
This is not a boob. What?
Not a boob.
So mine, which might be completely wrong, comes from in high school when I dated the Swedish exchange student. Swedish student was ta av dina trusu, which translates to take off your panties. That's my only Swedish sentence I know, and it's probably wrong, but she laughed and thought it was.
My husband, everybody.
Yeah. Hey, Geoff, with your line and my line, we could do really well at a gay bar.
This is not a movie. Take off your panties in 2 different languages.
Well, I know some in Italian. I know like che cazzo vuoi? Che cazzo vuoi? Cazzo means penis, And so you're saying, Kekatsovoy, what the penis do you want? Because it's like they use penis or dick like they use the F word, right? So like, Kekatsovoy, what the dick do you want? Or testa di cazza, dickhead, you know? It's a lot of dick.
Yeah, it's a lot of dick in Italian.
Dick, that's what they're all about in Italy. A lot of dick. There's a lot of dick.
Maybe they're not just a bunch of baka gaijin after all, because none of the panelists fell for Ed's fake story of being Japanesque. That means Alex is finally on the board, although it's too bad that the AI anime thing messed up her face. In our next segment, we'll find out if Dena has a special way of hiring strippers. Remember to like and subscribe so you don't miss a single segment of Trust Me. Hello and welcome to round 7 of this series of Trust Me. The scores are tight and anyone can win, except maybe Alex. In this round, the panelists decide if they trust Dena's tale of the strange stripper.
I found the stripper for my friend's destination bachelorette party by recruiting a stranger off of a boat.
Was it, like, what kind of boat are we talking about?
That's your question.
Pirate ship,
A pirate.
Where was this?
Las Vegas.
Toronto.
It was in Toronto. What?
They have a lot of oceans in Toronto. Or pirate ship.
My immediate thought went to like, we were in Southeast Asia on vacation, because that makes sense, but you were in Toronto.
Toronto, dinner theater on a boat.
I knew that was coming. I was like, that's coming.
Was Phyllis Diller the act?
He was opening for the strip. Yeah. But the Phyllis Diller parts, that's not true. She wasn't there.
She couldn't make it. Where was the destination bachelorette party?
The destination bachelorette party was in Kingston, Ontario.
Hell of a destination.
Was Ed's father doing the catering for this event?
He may have been. I did see him and Phyllis on the boat.
Flew him out from Vancouver.
What was his going rate?
Your dad's? Oh.
No, the stripper.
He was just a random guy. He worked in recruitment by day, okay, like at some tech company, and and we needed a stripper because we were going on this boat trip, and we had everything else for the bachelorette party. And so I went up to a few random people on the boat and was like, "Would anyone be interested in stripping?" A few no's, a few hard no's. Before we got to the gentleman who was interested, the recruiter.
Right.
He didn't want to do it on the boat. So then I said, well, I have another bachelorette coming up. A few weeks later, I had another bachelorette party in Kingston, Ontario, and came to that. He took a Greyhound and we paid him $100. That's it.
How long ago was this?
Oh my God.
Maybe 6 years ago.
Okay. But Greyhound was still around. Okay, that's good.
Yes, it was. Right? That's a timely thing.
I actually can't put this story together. You were on a boat when you saw a stripper.
He wasn't a stripper. He was just a regular guy, a recruiter.
It was a pirate ship, Jeff. Let's remember the basic skill important.
And then you said, hey, Mr. Pirate Man, would you come get naked at this other thing?
Yeah, but he wasn't a pirate man. He was just an attendee. Like, he was just on the boat.
Okay. And then you, as a bunch of boozy girls, decided to turn him into a stripper.
Yes, yeah, it was a later date because he didn't want to do it on the boat. He was worried about social media, and it's like people seeing it. No, and then he came and he did the dance, and he didn't prepare. He was wearing street clothes. And so I gave him a bottle of naked grape, and he went to the door
to inspire,
did a dance, and I had to help him make a playlist. And then
oh no.
And my friend had to carry a clock radio around with the music, with the playlist while
dear God.
Did Dena recruit a guy off a boat to play their friend's destination bachelorette?
I've been to that dinner theater in Medicine Hat, and it was fantastic. But at the end of the day, dinosaurs for the win.
I think you've lost track of the topic.
Yeah, exactly. I totally lost track of the topic.
All right. I guess that's an answer. Ed, what do you think?
Let's consult the Hypnotoad from Futurama.
Oh my god. How much stuff do you have?
A lot of stuff.
Oh my god.
I say it's true. Let's go with true.
You going for true? Tara, what do you think?
It's something that I feel I would do. So I'm going to say it's true. It's absolutely something that can happen with a bunch of chicks. Dude, you're stripping for our friend, even though you're a stranger on a boat. Yes, I think it's true.
Dena, what's the tale? Did you, in fact, find the stripper for a Friends Destination bachelorette party by recruiting a stranger on a boat?
Pirate boat.
I did. I got him another gig later, stripping for another friend. So it was actually 3 separate events. And he showed up late.
He started his career.
He wanted to do it. It was like in him, But he only got 100. You deduct that bus ticket, like he made maybe $30. He didn't make any money.
You know what? Hey, he probably had never made that much stripping before. So
what is your husband doing right now?
Okay, what's going on? What is happening?
What is Geoff doing?
You were the catalyst to that, guys. Oh my
leaving.
god, it's starting something. Or is he just leaving? Okay, good. You're wise. You were the catalyst to his career. He's probably a full-on Chippendale now.
Yeah, I think he still works for the tech company, but either way, he got it out of his system. I think him and I had a motherly role. Felt like a mother.
If I had a boy, I would make him a stripper.
Dena, I want us to go to a bachelorette together. It'd be hilarious.
Let's do it.
I got the entertainment covered.
Oh, God.
Oh.
Ed and Tara secure a point, while Alex tightens her grip on last place, leaving the race for first about as close as this guy's knob is to the back of Dena's head. In our next and final proper round of this series, we'll find out if Alex did the voiceover for a phone sex commercial. Don't forget to subscribe and like so you don't miss a single segment of Trust Me. Hello and welcome to the final regular round of this series of Trust Me. Alex has a lot of catching up to do on the scoreboard, so let's see if she can seduce the panel into believing her story of being a voiceover vixen.
I did the voiceover for a phone sex hotline TV commercial.
How long ago was this?
It was 7 years ago. I didn't actually know that my voice was going to be used. Someone jokingly said, hey, can we use something that we found on the internet and place it onto our website.
What was it that they found on the internet?
It was me in a monkey suit. I was doing a sexy countdown.
Countdown to what?
Yeah, like
what are you talking about?
Yeah.
What is this countdown?
My girlfriend, not my girlfriend, but a friend of mine was wrestling with my boyfriend at the time, and it was like a Facebook video, and I was waiting for her to scream, and because this is what she's drama, and so I'm like, and it's gonna happen in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then she screams, and they use that to move it.
All right, what do we think, Tara? Was Alex the voiceover actor for a phone sex hotline TV commercial, which was the original thing?
I don't know.
Was it actually on TV though?
That's what the thing you read says.
I think that's what you wrote. You wrote the word TV. I don't think it was on TV. I don't know. Well, that's interesting.
Did you ask yourself a question?
Like, I don't think it was actually on TV.
I'm going to say false.
All right, Tara's out. Ed, what do you think?
Lie. Straight up lie. When she asked herself a question, that was the end.
I'm going to say false, but I think she did a really good job at it. And
it's actually true. You made it up, but it's actually kind of true.
Jeff just said it was made up, and you said it was true. What the hell's going on?
Did you end up doing the sexy countdown? That was
that's why I came up. It was all true.
Well, let's all do a sexy phone sex
God.
countdown and see who's got the best one. We'll vote on that. Tara?
Oh, dear God. Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I'm interested.
The tongue ring helps with that one. You can see
Oh,
it.
it does it.
How about Ed? You got a sexy countdown from 5?
I gotta do it? Okay. Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You do the like after breath.
You gotta push the last syllable.
That has to be on a like a lovely little Japanese video game.
With a tentacle? Do you need a tentacle to come in?
Why couldn't it be a Taiwanese video game, Tara?
I take that back. It could be any Asian
Or Hawaiian.
Hawaiian.
All right, Dena, what have you got for a sexy countdown from 5?
Well, she's gonna be good. She's gonna be good.
Am I? That's a lot of pressure.
You got such a good, deep, like sexy voice.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Actually, my penis just like crawled up into my body there.
You're a woman now, Jeff.
Is that like sexy? That's like the intro to Sexy Sumo. Jeffrey, what about you? You're the one that needs to go.
I would put on like an Antonio Banderas voice. I would be like, so it goes like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
My shirt's off.
Okay, yeah.
I just see Puss in Boots. That's what I just see the cat.
Hey, Puss in Boots was sexy.
Well, we weren't really sure how to score that one. It was supposed to be a false tale, but it turns out Alex sorta really did do the voiceover for a phone sex commercial. So, nobody else got a point, and we'll give her one for being a sport. There's still 2 bonus rounds coming up from this series of Trust Me, so be sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss a single segment. Also, please don't call 1-888 Trust Me. We have no idea who that is. Hello and welcome to the first bonus round of the first series of Trust Me, where the panel guesses what these are.
So these are the items that we have for our What the Artifact. What do you think that is? What does it look like to you?
It might be something along the lines of the centipede man or whatever that was called, and that would just be the front joining.
Human centipede.
Yeah. The human centipede. So that would be like the frontal junction point of them. Do you know what I mean?
You plug the
Do you know
mouth
what
of the
I'm
guy
saying?
on the front?
No. Underneath, there'd be something hanging down. It's all of a. How do I say this in a nice way? It's all of an anal attachment
Oh, I see.
Oh,
of
here we
it,
go.
right? So if you were a male, there'd be other bits hanging down. No.
Oh, so that's to cup up his genitals so it doesn't get in the way of the next
Yeah.
person in the human
Yeah.
centipede.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Something like that. I don't know. Tie them all together. I just assume if you're attaching people from mouth to a noose, that you would at least want to tie up the loose ends.
So your first guess is that it's to cup the balls and junk of a person during a human centipede situation, and this is a real picture of a real thing.
That's my first assumption.
All right,
Hey,
Alex, what do you got?
Hey, the human centipede is a real thing, so it's not like I'm going way outside of what could possibly be.
Well, they are splints for gnomes, clearly.
Gnomes, splints as splints for what? Like splints
Splint
for
for
arms,
gnomes,
splints
like
for.
that, like an arm gnome splint and like a little nublet.
So the bent one is an elbow.
yeah, elbow.
All right, Ed, what do you think? What do you think those are?
Well, it's pretty simple. If you look at the structure, they're obviously muzzles for baby ducks,
Yeah.
right? You got
Also that.
because the ducks nostrils on the top. So if you put it around their beak and you tie around their head, they can still breathe, and then they can't quack as loud.
And then you can string them together and just hang on to them as a bunch.
Yeah, and then you can throw them in a lake and be fine because they can swim.
Toss them over your shoulder, hold them in a pack.
And sometimes you just want your duck to shut the fuck up.
Yeah, you can just
They're
have
also
them as a
blue
group.
because it matches
hanging
the
off your
color
head.
of the ocean.
And the ocean ducks. You don't want it to like
Yeah.
ruin the aesthetics when you're muzzling ducks. Dena, what do you think? Do you have a theory as to what these devices are?
Well, I feel badly that I'm the only one going like the pervert route. Actually, no, Tara, you were a bit pervert.
Come on. Don't ever feel bad going the pervert route, Dena. Don't ever feel
You
bad.
say dildo, you're not wrong.
I mean, come on.
We haven't said butt plug once this episode.
I thought 8 plugs and then you tie the black thing in a little bow, like a gift, you know? Like you put the plug in and then
presenting.
yeah, they have to untie it. Like, oh, look at this.
Look at my butthole.
See?
It's got a plug in it.
You know that nice feeling you get when you open a gift when you get to untie
Nice feeling.
It's like you feel special.
You're going to put it in there, and you're going to tie it in a nice bow, and then you're going to show it and be like, hey.
Present it.
Yeah, to whoever. No, someone gets to open it like it's their
Yeah.
birthday. Yeah.
So this is really special because last time we did the show, everybody yelled at me for not knowing what it is. The general consensus is that these are the plugs for kayaks or similar boats so that they can drain out the bottom and then beep, pop, popped out.
Huh?
Yeah, I don't know.
More you know. Rainbow.
That's purposes as well. I mean, they can be multi-purpose.
Yeah, you could totally
Right?
stick them up your butt.
Totally.
Yeah.
Anything.
And present them as a gift.
Well,
You're,
Yeah.
Well, if you
Anything can be
identify as a
anything.
kayak,
if you can stick a kayak up your butt, you can definitely stick those up.
For anybody that identifies as a kayak.
Well, as a callback to the first episode, or the pilot episode, everything is a butt plug if you want it to be. Well, the scorekeeping in the bonus rounds is even less clear than it is in the regular show, but everybody came up with a halfway decent explanation for what those were. And since Ed and Alex did it without resorting to butt plug jokes, we'll give them a bonus point. With only 1 point separating first and last place, you could be forgiven for thinking that perhaps we manipulated the scoring system to set it up that way. We'll see who comes out on top of the first series of Trust Me in our next segment, where the panel argues in favor of pirates or ninjas. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss a single segment of Trust Me. Hello and welcome to the final round of Series 1 of Trust Me, where we'll compare our viewers' votes with our panelists' opinions on the important subject of dragons versus dinosaurs. They can be compared on so many different levels. You know, who builds a better picnic table? Who makes for a better TV show?
Dragons.
You know, who's more progressive
Dragons.
politically?
Dragons.
I want to ask who looked better in a tie, a dinosaur or a dragon?
Dragon.
T-Rex in a tie is a pretty good image.
Dragon. They seem to be tameable to a degree through history.
Where are
As
you
history
getting
has
this
explained. I'm a dragon. I'm a dragon. When it comes to Asian, it's not folklore. It's what is it?
Ed, can you help her out here?
You know, the Chinese,
the zodiac. The Chinese
Zodiac. Thank
zodiac.
you. The Chinese zodiac. Everybody has an animal. Jeff, I believe you're a cock.
I'm absolutely a cock. So purely because of your association with them, you're pro-dragon. Ed, what do you think?
Dragon. It's gotta be dragon. Coming home in 2020. 2020 is all about diversity. Dragons are diverse. It's Chinese dragons, it's Japanese dragons in Dragon Ball. Right? There's the British dragons, the medieval dragons. You know, there's so many different dragons. What type of dinosaurs are there? It's just white dinosaurs. They're just white.
They're all
Right?
just John Cleese. All the dinosaurs are just
Yeah.
the whitest.
Name one dinosaur that has a Chinese name. None.
Yeah.
They're all Latin or British based. No diversity. It's gotta be dragon.
Yep.
So you also have a semi-racist version for deciding dragons are the option.
How is it racist? It's about diversity. It's about the whole world coming together. Where are the Jewish dinosaurs?
Where are the
Where the black dragons?
There's a lot of black.
I'm
They
just like,
breathe
dragon.
acid breath, I think, if my Dungeons and Dragons skills. Dena, you've been sitting quietly, really carefully calculating a response to this dragon dinosaur thing. I think we're about to be blown away.
Well, I think dinosaurs because I think you're right. They do have British-based names and stuff like that, but they didn't name themselves. That's just what the whites came in and said. Hey, we're gonna decide this is the name of it as well. Like, no. So let's cut the dinosaurs a little bit of slack. Also, they get like shit on constantly. Like, oh, this guy's a dinosaur. Like, that's a bit of a diss to the Stegosaurus. I'm gonna stand with the dinos, all the dinos.
The Dena dinos?
Jurassic Park was a great film. And Alex works in sound. The soundtrack alone for that film, nobody can argue that soundtrack. That was next level. Next level.
I love that we've managed to turn the least political thing into a political thing. Dinosaurs versus Dragons has a racism.
I'm sorry.
Dinosaur is white privilege.
We're around at a time when life was like nice. Like, it's shit now. Do we want to keep moving into the future with the dragons? No, we want to go back to a time before everybody messed it up. Like, the earth was much more beautiful then. So I'm going with the dinosaurs.
All right. Alex, what do you think? Dinosaurs versus dragons on any context whatsoever?
Well, here's the thing.
Oh,
Jeff.
God.
My personal belief is a lot like Dena's. I actually believe in the dinosaurs because, well, they're fucking real. And that's about it. Oh, and yes, I'm pretty sure chickens are like a direct descendant of dinosaurs, and they give me eggs, and I like that. So if you can provide me food every day,
somebody's feeding me, so they win.
They win. If you feed me.
Typical colonialism right there. Just enslaved. No magic. No magic. It's like, we just want a real, fuck your culture and your myths. Just give me your food.
Well, we tallied the panelists' opinions with the votes of our viewers and came up with a winner. Who will survive the fiery crucible of dragon breath? It's Dena Jackson, the champion of the first series of Trust Me. Congratulations, Dena. Your prize is in the mail. Thanks to everybody who tuned in over the series. We look forward to bringing you another one very, very soon. In the meanwhile, hit like and subscribe so you don't miss a single segment of Trust Me.